What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Train, as usual. Hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. Today, we're going to talk about the NBA MVP rankings, or at least the tracker that we got to talk about. Because I've seen some things that I don't really know how I feel. Actually, I know how I feel. I don't like them. So let's talk about it. So I recently asked ChatGPT, right, to kick out some names, top 5 being. I got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, Cade Cunningham, Victor Wembanyama, and Luka Doncic as the top 5 MVP rankings. I ain't really like it. I said pineapples, right? I felt like there were some people that were actually missing. So I went to Basketball Reference, and I might let's see what they got, because I usually like to see what other people are talking about before I come up with my own listing, right? I'm not using their listing. I just like to see what they're talking about. So Basketball Reference said Nikola Jokic number 1, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander number 2, Cade Cunningham number 3, Luka Doncic at number 4, and Victor Wembanyama at number 5. Here was my gripe, because they gave 5 more names. Jalen Brown number 6, interesting. Jamal Murray number 7, okay. Tyrese Maxey number 8, I do hear it. Donovan Mitchell number 9, James Harden number 10. Yeah, I got some gripes with both of these listings, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you might be wondering, what is an MVP, right? The most valuable player. But we got to remember, you got to have your own metrics, okay? So let's follow with me. My metrics are as follows. 1, you got to remember this is a regular season award. So I don't want to hear anything about playoffs or any type of playoff production. I'm talking about regular season award. So that might actually help out someone like James Harden. Not for me, but that might help out someone like James Harden to somebody else. They got to be a top 4. I'd like for you to be a top 4 player win share wise. It's not the end all be all, but again, that does speak volumes, okay? Win shares matter. You got to be top 3 to 6 NBA team ranking wise. And I'm generous on the number 6, so I understand life happens, okay? But if you top 3, you good with me. I'll work with number 4 too. 5 and 6 could get a little tricky. But again, 3 to 6 is that sweet spot. Top 3 to 6 meaning. And then you got to have a wilder storyline, meaning that whatever your team or you are going through has to be wilder than everybody else. Or you have to do something that's wilder than everybody else, like averaging a triple-double. That ain't bad. But that was when Russell Westbrook did it, because nowadays it's a little bit, it's done a little bit more. So, ladies and gentlemen, now that we got that listing situated, let's talk about here who I think should be top 10. And I'm going to give an honorable mention as well. So we got here Chet Holmgren at number 11, because I could have put him in there at number 10. A couple of those players I could have thrown in there. Like, I understand why Jalen Brown was in the mix. Okay, I understand that part. I don't put Donovan Mitchell or James Harden in there personally. No disrespect. James Harden just not MVP worthy to me this season. I thought we had other players to talk about. Like, for example, and I'm surprised he was this high to begin with, Luka Doncic. Listen, all right, when I talk about, again, regular season award, top 4 player win shares, team top 3 to 6 in the NBA's ranking, and a wilder storyline. Remember that, right? Luka got the stats, but he also has the highest usage rate. Good stats, too, by the way. 33, 8, and 9, 1.5 steals, 0.5 blocks. It's not bad. The team success, yeah, we're number 9. And I say we because I'm a Lakers fan. Y'all know that. We're number 9 in the league. Yeah, that's kind of outside that top 3 to 6, right? So, that does kind of hurt him. He's played 44 games, though. Win share's not bad at 6.7. I'm not too mad at it. He's just not in the top 4. But the win shares I could excuse. Team success is, You know what I mean? Especially in comparison, like, for example, the next person up for me is Anthony Edwards. Now, his win shares is 5.6, and his team ranking is number 10. But you got to remember, though, he didn't have an all-star, not to my knowledge, unless I'm forgetting somebody. Meanwhile, Luka actually had LeBron James as an all-star. So let's think about that. They close in team comparison, and Ant's giving solid stats in production. 30 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.4 steals, 1 block. On 50, 40, almost 80 splits. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Like, if we uptick them free throws, you might have talked about Ant a little higher on the MVP award because now them win shares start getting a little tricky because the Timberwolves are a little higher. I'm just saying, like, I have Ant higher than Luka, ladies and gentlemen, but Luka was top 5 on both ChatGPT and Basketball Reference NBA MVP's tracker. So, like I said, I had a couple of gripes with it, and I'm not biased because Luka on my team halfway won him off of it, but that's another discussion for another day. So let's go ahead and move on up from Anthony Edwards at number 9 to Jamal Murray at number 8, which it gets tricky, ladies and gentlemen. He has solid win shares, okay, 6.7, which is the same as Luka, right? His team ranking is number 8 currently. He's played 53 games. The Ants played 48. Luka played 44 games. Jamal Murray's actually played more games than them, surprisingly. That's the first time that's happened in quite a bit. Not to mention, Nikola Jokic actually got injured this season. So, with Jamal Murray's win share rankings vaulting up to number 5, it's not top 4, but that's very close. That's as close as you're going to get. And giving good stats himself, 26 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal, 1 point, and 0.4 blocks on 48, 42, 88 splits. That's not bad. And again, he did have All-Star on his team, but his team was still in contention because Jamal Murray was hooping when Nikola Jokic was out. Not to mention, they also weren't playing with Aaron Gordon. So that's a double whammy right there. I tip my cap off to Jamal Murray, even though he's at number 8 for me. And that's no disrespect. He's had a great season thus far. First time All-Star, shown his potential and promise. I do like him. All right. Number 8 ain't bad. Because as we get a little higher, ladies and gentlemen, it gets a little tricky. Number 7, Victor Wembanyama. Did you hear me? I got Wemby at 7. I might want to tier numbers 4 through 7. Just keep it a buck with you. You could possibly roll in Jamal Murray, possibly, but I'm gonna say 7 right now, only because, wait for it, right? Wemby has lower win shares, okay, but his team number 3 in the league. And he's a key reason why that's occurred. Now, he's played 43 games. That's less than Jamal, Ant, and Luka. But the team's success does help vault him upwards. Because, again, it's a 10-game difference. But he's played the majority of the season. So I'm not going to act like Wemby doesn't matter. Given 24 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 3 blocks on 51, 36, 81 splits. That's not bad. Let's also factor in the fact that, well, he has an All-Star himself. So that does help out. But still, Wemby at number 7. The unicorn, or at least one of them, right? Defensively, he might be depoy. Offensively, he could win an MVP before long. But right now, I got him at number 7, especially when you hear me when I list out these other players coming up. Now, 4 through 6, I genuinely do want to, it depends on the day. It genuinely depends on the day right now. Because these boys are hooping. And I'm going to give you these tiers just to be honest. So I got Tyrese Maxey at number 6. Nikola Jokic at number 5. Kevin Durant at number 4. And when I think about Tyrese is what? Number 3 in win shares. KD is number 4 in win shares. And Jokic is number 2 in win shares. The thing is, Tyrese has played 55 games, KD has played 53 games, and Jokic has played 42 games. That's why I start thinking, okay, can we switch these around some, which I genuinely do think so. Now, Jokic is averaging a triple-double, okay? 29 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists, 1.4 steals, 1 block. Tyrese giving me 29 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. And let's not forget, Tyrese Maxey is a 6'2 guard. Nikola Jokic is a 6'11 center. Both are on good splits. Jokic giving me 58, 42, and 84. And Tyrese is giving me 47, 38, 89. That's not bad. What trips me out is the fact that Tyrese did not have an All-Star on his team and Nikola Jokic did. Nikola Jokic's teammate is number 8 on this list than Jamal Murray. Tyrese Maxey has been playing with Embiid in and out of lineups. Paul George got suspended recently. He's playing with a rookie. Even though VJ Edgecombe is solid. Starter. Very good player. Still a rookie. And that team, the ranking of the team hurts his case because they're number 13 right now. He's playing the most minutes, high usage rate, hooping his tail off. I can't quite put him definitively over Jokic or even Kevin Durant. And keep in mind, KD got 26, 5 and 5 with 1 steal and 1 block on 51, 41, 88 splits. That's not bad. And we got an all-star in Sengun. Thing is, though, he has a 7 win share, which is around the same as Tyrese, less than Jokic because Jokic is at 10.5. Okay, he's played 53 games, but his team is rated number 6. So yes, those stats for those individuals are a little bit better than KD's, arguably, right? The efficiency, KD's in the mix without question, but the team success, which KD could be viewed as the leader of this team, of that Rockets team, it's a little higher. So if that team success shifts any, like let's say Tyrese's team, 76ers, go up to like number 9. All right, I might put him ahead of these boys. So guess what? Jokic's team is number 8. KD's team is number 6. And Tyrese is doing this without any all-star. Embiid's been injured. So I may consider that. But again, right now, because of how things are situated, KD's number 4, Jokic's number 5, Tyrese is number 6. But depending on the day, they can alternate or even vault up into the top 3. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the top 3 here, okay? Y'all remember the top 3 from the other list that we had. SGA, Nikola Jokic, and Cade Cunningham. That was on ChatGPT's. And then Basketball Reference gave me Nikola Jokic, SGA, and Cade Cunningham. So clearly, there's a little bit of a difference between my listing and theirs. So without question, let's start it off with number 3. We got to go Jaylen Brown. Now, this part might trip you up a little because win share rating wise, is not the best. He had 4.7 win shares. His team, though, is number 4 in the league. Let me say that again. In the league, number 4. And he's played 51 games. Team success matters for this team, for Jaylen Brown. Because you got to remember, he's not playing with Jason Tatum. He has no other all-star on his squad, too, by the way. And giving us 29.7 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 0.4 blocks. While I have some gripes with the defensive end, I understand it, too. Because, again, there's no JT. But he's giving me 48 from the field, percentage-wise, 34 from the 3, and 78 free throws. If we ever just so much as uptick the 3s and the free throws, we might go up a little bit higher. Because these other boys is hooping. I can't hold you. These other boys is hooping. There's really no negative thing to knock JB. Because again, this might be the wilder storyline that we're talking about. This helps his case out. No Jason Tatum, and your team is number 4 in the league, not the East, the league. That matters. He is the one option that we have been waiting to see. And I'm glad he finally got his opportunity. Be mindful because I'm going to be talking about him and JT in another episode. But JB at number 3, he definitely could go up. So pay attention. Be very careful. Now, number 2, Cade Cunningham. I was torn between Cade and obviously SGA is number 1. Cade and SGA are playing around the same games. 49-50 favoring Cade. The win shares, though, they go to SGA. SGA is number 1 in win shares at 11.4. Cade is at 6.7. So Cade is slightly behind Kevin Durant and Tyrese Maxey. A little bit ahead of Wimby. Right there with Jamal and Luka. And Chet, actually, in terms of win shares. Okay? Team success, because the team is new, the expectations were not this high. The Detroit Pistons are number 2, ladies and gentlemen, in the league. Not the East, in the league. Okay? And Cade giving us 25.6 rebounds, 10 assists, 1.5 steals, and 1 block on 46, 33, 81 splits. He does have an all-star to boost in Jalen Brown. But again, Cade is without question the leader of this team. And it was funny, too, because Basketball Reference actually has Jalen Brown listed as a top candidate for MVP. He's actually number 6, which surprised me. Now, let's be clear, though. Okay, I do like Jalen Brown. He's giving them 18 points, 11 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 assists. But this is without question Cade's team. And Cade is the key cog as to why these boys are number 2. Yes, they have a good young team that is active, hungry, but Cade is without a doubt the best player. And to be honest with you, if If we uptick the field goal percentage and the threes, I have a really strong case for why I could put him higher than SGA. Now, SGA, this is the reason why I got him number one. Again, win shares, he's right there. He's higher than Jokic, which Jokic is having a stellar season. I tried to make an argument for Cade number one, but hey, when you almost double someone's win shares too, I got to factor that in. He's played enough games. But here was the thing that did it for me. Yes, he's averaging 32 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 1.3 steals, and 1 block on 55 from the field, 39 from the 3, and 89 splits from the free throw line. We can talk about the team success. That does technically hurt SGA. But at the same time, he has been playing without Jalen Williams. He does have another all-star who also made honorable mention on my list in Chet Holmgren. But SGA is the only player to play in both top 10, to be in both top 10 in offensive win shares and defensive win shares. That's something to note. Throwing in the stats that he has and the fact that his team is still number one in the league. Yes, the Detroit Pistons were technically number one at one point in time. OKC took that back. Remember, we were talking about the Thunder as a dynasty building up. And SGA is the key cog of that engine. Because that was without Jalen Williams, by the way, this year, ladies and gentlemen. Now, again, his team's success hurts him because they're defending champions, and we know how stout this OKC team is. But still, SGA currently, when I talk about my metrics, regular season award, so what you doing in the regular season? Top 4 player in win shares, team being top 3 to 6, or a wilder storyline. SGA hits all those metrics. Because regular season stats, he's in the thick of things. Only person who's scoring more than him is Luka, and Luka has the highest usage rating. Luka doesn't do what he does defensively, and respectfully, SGA has better splits than Luka. I gotta lean SGA number one. He hits all the check boxes for me. I like Cade. I love JB. KD, cool. KD's my favorite player to watch. Currently, him and Steph are. Nikola Jokic is having a dominant season, averaging a triple-double. I told y'all, Russell Westbrook won his because he averaged a triple-double. Nikola Jokic is number 5 for me. But again, it depends on the day, too. Because let him start playing a few more games, I may have to rethink this lineup. Tyrese Maxey been hooping. We got a lot of people that have been hooping, ladies and gentlemen. Wimby. Jamal Murray, I got to tip my cap to you. But SGA takes the cake. But ladies and gentlemen, as y'all can see, my listing is a little bit different than what ChatGPT came up with, than what Basketball Reference came up with. I'm sure ESPN's listing is going to be different than mine. I'm curious what you all think. What's your MVP listing? And I went as far as 10 with the honorable mention, 10 and a possible. So I'm curious what you all think in terms of who would you have be your MVP. Let's start off with top 3. If you got a top 5 or a top 10, I'm cool with that. But I'm curious who your top 3 are, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I'm curious what you think of my listing. Is it wild? Is it wonky? Is it accurate? Let me know. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that does conclude the end of the episode. So thank you all for listening. Please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone who's anyone about the show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. I hope you are all having a good one. Take care.